What's up, y'all? It's Melanin Monroe. We tapped in with Uncharted.
Yeah, they know I'm sauce. Yeah, they know I'm pretty. They don't know I'm boss. They don't know I'm gritty. I'm with the shit. I'm from the city. I'm with the shit.
Let's get on some
From
flash.
the city. They don't know I'm boss. They don't know I'm gritty. They just know I'm sauce. They just know I'm pretty. I'm with the shit. I'm from the city. I'm with the shit. I'm from the city.
I'm sauced, I'm bossed, I'm pretty. I'm from the land of living demons. I'm from Phoenix. Wanna make a deal and hell will come and see us. Best price on the pack, I'll guarantee it. Hoes swear they bad bitches. It's great to be filming a documentary and telling people who Melanin Monroe is. But yeah, I'm right here. This is home. Like, I'm at home right now. This is the hood, and I was born right here in Phoenix, Arizona, Maryville. So yes, I got started in the pandemic. 2020 is the middle of the pandemic, and I get suspended at work for having social media. So that's among other things. Like, I was told the blonde was a bad look, and then they found me on social media being myself. And you know what I mean? Probably with titties out and a blunt on some blonde shit, and that's absolutely fine. So I got suspended without pay. And that pissed me off. And I was like, damn, I'm a cold-ass employee. But I'm a cold-ass bitch. So what I want to do is, what my heart wants to do is, what I've never tried to do is invest in myself like I invested in the company. And so that's what I did. I went to YouTube University and I learned how to mix. So I'm like, boom, I'm an engineer because you got to stand out. And then I wanted my own sound, so I went with trap soul because I'm from the hood, you know, and soul is a very real place. It's just as real as the hood. And then I decided, okay, in order to do it, I need a brand. And all of that came during the pandemic because it was a time when everybody was like, yo, I'm gonna chill, there's nothing I can do, and the world is over. And I was like, nah, why everybody sleep, I'm gonna wake up. And that's what I did, to realize, you know what, you gonna be one of the coldest to ever do it because people need to see you that way so you can tell everybody else, you know, you can be like me.
Right.
I really, really, really believe that if God came down and he had a voice, he would say, you're in your purpose. Like, so,
Just God's will.
Yeah, everything had happened really, really fast. Like you said, I was in the middle of the pandemic. I finally came out. My 2-year mark will be August 22nd. And so, yeah, just that fast. I had Trina on a track, and I was releasing singles, and I was releasing videos, and I built a lash line and a website. And then I became Arizona's Best New Artist of 2021, and Arizona's Best Female Artist of 2021. And so, yeah, everything's happening so fast, but I'm humble, and I know it's God's plan.
I know a weak ass nigga needs something to feel. Give it to a robber, can't take a real. Need a damsel bitch, a mouth to feel. Can't handle a bitch, that's handling bills.
Yes,
can't
I
manage a
think
meal,
it's
can't
that
manage
I'm
a
an
deal.
engineer. I don't want to really play off my gender because I want to be seen as an engineer. But I want little girls to know that if they have an interest in music and they don't have the talent of singing and they don't have the talent of dance, or they don't have, you know, the talent of rap, there's so many avenues where we belong too. We belong as engineers just as much as the guys do. So yeah, that's what it was. And again, it was the lockdown. The lockdown gave us nothing but time to learn and evolve and become who the better us was to me. And so that's the opportunity I took. I took it and I ran up to education. Everything I need to know.
Out all night, don't even ask me. Looking for signs, nigga, please cash at me. Money over niggas, don't put shit past my trap zone. All night, I know you love me.
if you should never leave your career in the hands of someone else, but I think you absolutely should protect who you are as an artist, and that's also having creative control over your content and your music and your sound. So for me, it's if I engineer, I can create my sound and I can have creative control and I can, mix how I want to and sound how I want to and not worry about how someone else thinks that it should sound. So yeah, that's what engineering meant to me too. Now I have complete creative control. But I don't want anyone to get it twisted because I'm working to get signed. Like, I am an independent artist and I respect, what we're doing as all independent artists, but my goal is to get signed. I want the entire machine behind me. Like, doing this myself for 2 years has taught me, like, damn, this is hard. This is, 50-50 hustle and talent. Like, and either you got that hustle and that drive or you don't. So yes, doing this 2 years, actually a little over a year. And yes, my manager, TJ Supa, huge personality, right? Has 97 stations under his belt that really, really rock with him, and just a really, really good person to know, right? And in just over a year, I attracted him and he became my manager. Another thing that doesn't happen, he has not managed anyone else. He's not seen anyone else he would trust to invest his time in. And so I'm honored that he would manage me as an artist, being how busy he is and what he does.
When I started doing work with her, she came to me. She already had a track that was done. The track was a banger. It had a platinum artist, Trina, on the track. That stuff helps a lot. If you're sending that to a DJ and it's already got a platinum artist on it, and then the track is a banger on top of that, then it's kind of going to be a positive situation. You know what I mean? The DJ's not going to be reluctant to play it. It's not even in a sense like you're breaking new music if you have a platinum artist on it. You know what I mean? You're just introducing something new. So that really helped. Her level of confidence is there too. If you spend time around her, you get this idea that she already knows that she's supposed to be at the top or somebody who's drawing a lot of attention in the music industry. She already has that, you know what I mean? And for a newer artist, that's interesting, you know what I mean? Because that means that there's a lot of like confidence in there, and they have this understanding that I'm gonna go out there and perform, or I'm gonna go out there and deliver whatever it is. I think those things right there like combine to really give her the boost and give her the look that she has.
So the Trina track, and it's like everybody wants to know about the Trina track.
Like,
so again, dope experience. I'm like 8 months into being Melanin Monroe, right? I'm still pretty much, just some girl, and I'm still like some girl. Like, I stand by that. Like, I'm an all-American, just like girl existing, and so I want to appear that way too. Like, when I show up, like, I want girls to know, all girls, no matter who you are, what you look like, that I'm just a girl too. And so even after that track, I'm humble, I'm excited, I'm like, I think it's great that I was able to do that. And here, where I am now at Central Station Studios. So Rich Grand made the beat. We got clearance to sample it from Trina's team. We sent off a couple different versions of a hook, and the next thing you know, we got Trina's version back, or Trina 16 back, and then we got my hook, and I heard it for the first time, and like, I was like, oh my God, Trina's on the song, and it's crazy because we did so many exercises. So to have the ability to write, blessing from God, and to be able to write something that Trina found that she would bless, like, that's dope. It was just dope.
Melanin Monroe, we met a couple years ago through Golden Truth Records. They were putting together a kind of a ladies empowerment movement type of thing, and they had a track they were doing. They had a Trina feature, and they had a group of ladies, and she was one of them. And it was a pleasure working with her. You know, when you sometimes you run into artists, like one thing that I respect most about her is when you think about this music game, like it's like 10% talent and 90% the work you put in. Like, and a lot of people that have the talent lack the work ethic and the things you have to do to networking. And she studies the algorithms, and she pushes her brand, you know, and that's one of the things I respect the most about her. She's very has a lot of attention to detail, and it's definitely a pleasure working with her. Like, I look forward to what we can do in the future. You know, I enjoy sessions with artists like Melanin.
Oh yeah.
What you think?
I met Melanin the same time you did. Kind of came in, not really knowing what to speak, what to know what's going to go on. I just knew we had a session. I was working with Richie, so I was really stoked about that. And she kind of comes in with a non-stop personal attitude of that she's going to do this and it's going to be good. But she's not like an asshole to people. Every time I've ever worked with her, she's always been more than, you know, respectful to everybody involved. She also focuses really well on what she's doing and if she can help the other people too, and I've seen her do it.
Yeah.
She definitely is always like sunshine walking in the room, man. She's always full of positivity, always ready to get down, get to it, takes direction well, and is just about doing what's in front of her.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely commands a presence in the room.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, look forward to the future endeavor.
I don't think that I'm a branding guru. I think, like all things, you're still a student. You should be a student, and I can only get better at the branding. But yeah, I do think that it's super important for artists to brand. Branding is going to enhance the awareness of your music and what you're trying to do. Branding is how you model yourself and make sure that you're doing a good job and you're standing out. Everybody should brand. Everyone should be branding. Coming up with the hashtag was important to me. Brand yourself. Have a hashtag. Make sure that your brand is strong, because a brand is better kept than it is to be rebuilt. And so I don't know if I'm the branding guru, but I do know that I took some time to figure out what it was about mainstream artists that differed from independent artists trying to get there. And a lot of that was strong branding. Again, I'm looking at who I want to be. What is that thing I heard? I heard dress for the job that you want, not the one you have.
Right.
So with your brand, prepare it for the artist ability and the artist level that you want, not the one you're on. Same thing. Period. This is where I'm most comfortable. Like, there's been no other studio that I've ever used more than my own studio like I have this one. So yeah, Rich Grant is an awesome guy, awesome mentor, an awesome producer. I deal with a couple people to do my beats, but Rich Grant, you know, like by far is super talented, and so I really respect him. Shout out to Rich Grant. But yeah, this is home.
Of his private, I don't respond because I'm private. You wanna get to know me privately? Pictures on my iPhone. You wanna see me that he dolo solo, but all these bitches round and he keep calling me.
Artist base is growing, right? So there's a larger population of artists coming out of Arizona now. What are we doing right? All of our sounds are all different. Like, the beauty of Arizona is that not a lot of people who are here are actually from Arizona. So now we have all these sounds from down south and Midwest and the West Coast, and then Southwest, Trap Soul. Like, now we have all these sounds. That's what we're doing right. What we can do better in is encouraging and accepting, and I know there's a better word for it, but really allowing other artists to exist. We have such a mentality that you would think that there's not a billion people on the globe and that you can't have a fan base. Like, you can have a fan base and we can share fan bases, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I think what we can do better is encourage others and support one another as artists. And I don't mean like from a marketing perspective, like I don't think that other artists should market to other artists. So that's not what I mean. But what I mean is, don't think that there's only room for you in this city, because there's not. Yes, I am a local based artist, but one of the things I learned during the pandemic was that the internet is where it's at. Like, I can get information from anywhere fast on the internet. So, and like, it's good to travel and promote and go on tour. And the time that it takes you and the budget that it takes you to reach that audience, I've done it faster, and I've done it on the internet. And so, yeah, it's all about global for me. So even though I'm based in Arizona, I still feel like I can get all over the world, which I have, right? Right now we've touched Canada and we've touched other territories, and we're touching multiple territories in the United States. And in 2 years, it's a blessing, you know, again, God's plan, because how do you touch that many territories in such a short time? And that's the plan, to keep going. Period.
She's my best friend. I believe that there's so much that I've been through over the past couple of years just knowing her. The only reason that I have gotten out of bed in the morning sometimes are because of her, because I want to make sure she's okay, because I want to make sure that she has everything she needs and that someone's there to make sure that all her imperfections are taken care of and that she doesn't feel undone at any time. So I feel like I guess we started out as friends, and then she asked me about being an assistant. I became her assistant, but then it just turned into so much more than. I think that it has been her learning style. I think that she has been able to grasp industry techniques and fashions and everything and make it her own. I think that she's been able to do it in record speed, faster than anybody I've ever known. And then not just that, like, she's also an amazing teacher. Like, she teaches everyone everything she knows so that they can do it too. So I think that those things have helped push her forward a lot.
Yeah, hopefully From the City has dropped by the time we finish the documentary. Because yeah, I'm excited for everyone to see it. It's a From the City song, so I don't want anyone to think it's specifically about Arizona or Phoenix, but I want people to know that that's where I'm from. And you know, and it's a From the City vibe, so I want all cities to vibe to it. But yeah, hopefully by the time this drops, From the City is out and everyone loves it.
Pretty and gritty. I'm from the city. Yeah, they know I'm sauce. Yeah, they know I'm pretty. They don't know I'm boss. They don't know I'm gritty. I'm with the shit. I'm from the city. I'm with the shit. I'm from the city. They don't know I'm boss. They don't know I'm gritty. They just know I'm sauce. They just know I'm pretty. I'm with the city. I'm with the shit. I'm from the city.
I'm Kiana. I'm her makeup artist. I've been her makeup artist for like the past year. She calls a come. Everything about her, she's so motivated. You know, she invests a lot in herself. And I feel like if you don't invest in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna invest in you. And she takes the time to do everything for herself. So she's skyrocketed.
Yo, I'm Melanin Monroe. This is Uncharted on the Rubi Report. Follow me on Instagram, Melanin Monroe 1.0. Facebook at the Melanin Monroe, and Melanin Monroe everywhere else. Check out my website at melaninmonroe.fyi and know that I just want to be your favorite vlog.
I sit and cry and I wonder why. I wanna see you go, but I don't wanna see you leave. And then I try and I compromise, 'cause I don't wanna go and I